Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday to you. I am Carla Nelson, creator of Black Fashion World Foundation, where we are empowering Black fashionpreneurs to fulfill their fashion dreams and others to pass on the torch. And tonight we are going to give away another scholarship. This one is so personal to me. So without further ado, I am going to bring in the lovely Andrea Kinch Reynolds. Andrea, thank you for joining me tonight. Oh my God, this is how I started. I think I shared this with you. This is how I started.
You did.
I was that little girl, Seneca, South Carolina. Nobody knows where that is, but who wanted to be a model. And at the time that I asked my mother about going to Barbizon, Barbizon, that was one of those times when we had financial challenges and she had to say no. And so to be here with you tonight, to be able to award someone a modeling scholarship it's a 360 for me. So I thank you for being a the solution. Andrea is going to tell us all about models in the making tonight. She is just a jewel. So the person that she has selected tonight is going to have an amazing time. But let's talk about your background. Look, I have to put it out there first. Andrea, she never says this, but you were Miss Georgia USA, right?
I was Miss Black Georgia USA in 2010. So wow, many years ago, over 10 years ago. And
once you hold a title,
yes, this is true. This is true. This is true. Thank you so much for that. It's always so awkward for me to talk about myself, but I know it's a part of the industry. We have to do it. So.
But you know what? Talk to us about that pageant experience and how, what led up to that experience. Yeah.
Definitely.
What led up to you being in that pageant?
So I did my first pageant when I was actually in high school. So this was probably, so maybe my junior year, I want to say, in high school, or senior year. I can't remember. So that was so many years ago. But I did my first pageant, and I honestly entered the pageant because at that time I was modeling. So I thought that, it's the same thing. It transcends. And it wasn't. It was completely different. So I, tried to do my runway walk down the stage, and it was completely different. Anyone who's in pageantry knows that high fashion modeling and pageantry are different. So I didn't place in that, but it was a great opportunity. It was a lot of fun, and I always told myself that I would get back into pageantry years later, but I, loved modeling and stuck with it. So in 2010, I found some time, actually in 2009, I should say, I found some time, and I entered the Miss Black Georgia USA pageant, and I won. So it was an awesome opportunity. Scholarship money came out of it, which was great. So it was a lovely time.
Oh my goodness. And so and I'm glad you said that. Again, I was the one who wanted to be a model. I didn't realize there was a difference. So this is the experience that, she has and she's bringing forth. So I never would have thought about that myself. So, and what led to you? Well, let's talk. What led to you starting models in the making? Say it correctly.
Wow. Yes. So for many years, it's funny that you mentioned Barbizon, because this is like a true full circle moment. For many years, I actually traveled the country for different modeling schools, Barbizon being one of them. And I trained their teachers as well as their directors. Anyone who knows about modeling schools, a lot of times they do work with children, but I would have, adults. And when I say adults, anyone 18 and up, coming to me and saying, how do I get into modeling? Could you coach me? Could you train me? And for many years, I just had tons of people that I kind of took under my wing, and I was helping them get into the industry. And then I'm an honest person too. So I would, tell them like what part of the industry would work for them, because everyone can work in the industry. There's so many different types of models once you have that dedication. And so I, always had it in the back of my mind that I wanted to start like a modeling development program, but I wanted it to be a little bit different from modeling schools. I wanted it to be where I could do one-on-one coaching, because I truly believe that every model is different, and they deserve that one-on-one unique development. I feel like that pushes them a little bit, further. And so I started Models in the Making, and I never knew that it would take off the way that it did. If you Google Models in the Making Brandon, Florida, and look at some of our reviews, it just, when I'm having a bad day, I honestly go and look at our reviews, because it makes me just smile. I never thought that I would be able to help so many young men and young women, and they would actually come back and, say, Mrs. Andrea helped me with X, Y, and Z, or helped me get signed with an agency. So that's how I started the program. And we go into depth with everything from runway to photo movement, nutrition and fitness, skincare, depending on what the model actually needs. So if I have someone who is maybe 5'4" and they're not doing runway, I still believe you should know a little bit of runway. It's how you carry yourself and you walk into those auditions. But in that case, we would really focus on the commercial side of things for them.
Mm-hmm. I have to pull out something that you said. I hope someone was paying attention, but if not, I'm going to pull it out, because you gave us an excellent nugget of wisdom during this conversation. You said when you're having a bad day, might not be the exact words,
Yes.
you go back and you look at the reviews.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And someone needs to hear that. One of the things I've done had to do background being corporate America is, when it's time for the review, you in corporate, you do my corporate America, you do the review on yourself.
Right.
And so you have to have compiled throughout the year all of these things, good, maybe things that could be better, but I've never kept all of those together. So I'm going to go back now, because you said that, and pull out the good things that people have said about me. And whenever I'm having a challenging day, because they do come, I'm going to pull those out and read them. So thank you for that word of wisdom for me and whomever else is listening. So I had to put that in there, because I heard it and was like, oh my gosh, that is so amazing. So whoever's listening, whoever watches this again, you just got an amazing tip to keep you up, because we have to stay positive. Whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things are true, keep your mind on them.
Yes, for sure.
Now, getting back to the conversation, though, talk about you hit on how you structure your programs a little bit.
Absolutely.
Can you share a little bit more about how you structure the programs and what the person who is announced in a few moments can expect from Models in the Making?
Wonderful. Well, first and foremost, everyone is not accepted into Models in the Making. So that being said, is just being accepted into the program and getting a scholarship. It's like a win-win. So when I meet with someone, I really see like, why do they want to be in the industry? Is this person going to be dedicated? And sometimes it may be a rough interview for them. So it could be like, not a no forever, but a no for right now. Let's regroup in 6 months and see where they are. But I if they're accepted into the program, I do an intake meeting with them, really talk to them about what some of their goals are, and then I put together a program specifically for them. So one of the things that I like to say is, if my models were to kind of all get together and go over like their particular programs, everyone is a little bit different because everyone's not going to need the same thing. So the winner can definitely expect the new year to start off great. It's a good time because during the holidays, a lot of times people use this time to think of their goals for next year and what are they going to be doing. So we are going to, get together, put together something for them and jump right in. Everything from runway for this person, print work for this person, skincare for this person. And then also, the real deal about the industry, because it's important not just to learn all of these things, but then to be able to use them and navigate them. So we're going to talk about what a legitimate modeling contract looks like. We're going to talk about, going out to go-sees and making sure that, if they want to get into the acting side of things, monologues, commercials, what does that look like? What does a demo reel look like? What does a self-tape look like? And then we're also going to dive into the fact that COVID has changed our industry. So here are some of the new things that, we're seeing in the industry, and for them to be able to really navigate that as well.
Amazing. So with that said, I want to say for everyone who is listening, anyone who was not selected for this program tonight, if you haven't already established another appointment with me to talk about it, please do so. I believe in building people. I know I've said this before, but if anyone hasn't heard, one of the greatest things that ever happened to me in corporate actually was I applied for a role, management position, didn't get the opportunity. But bold me, I went back to the hiring manager and asked her, it was a her, what could I have done better? And she told me, changed my life. I created a development plan and that I still use with people that I work with. And here I am now. I got the next time I applied for the job, I got the management position, had another management position after that, and now I have this nonprofit. So I'm about building people. That's why I have this nonprofit. So if you did not get this program, that does not mean you're a winner. It just means, as Andrea already said, maybe not right now. Right. And then there may be a different opportunity for you. We're going to find that out. With that said, who have you selected?
Well, the person that I selected, first off, just wowed me. I will say that a lot of people who applied were great. They were amazing. This person was up against a lot of competition. I think I even shared with you, like, oh, I have my work cut out for me. I will say this person should be very proud of themselves, because when they came in, they really wowed me with just their genuineness and them wanting to be in the industry, and the work that they've already kind of put in. That was definitely a plus. If you say you want this, what have you been doing to get to this before you even met me or before you met Carla? So without further ado, okay, if I could get a drum roll, please. Congratulations and welcome to Models in the Making, Fareed.
Fareed. You know what?
I'm glad that listen. I'm so glad that we got his face. His face was like, so it was genuine. He did not know beforehand. He was like, "That's me."
I appreciate this. This is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm excited. Just trying to just like become the best model and honestly best person that I can be through all of this. And talking to all of y'all throughout all of this have been like amazing. So I can't wait to continue just like learning and growing more in this.
Fareed, why you shared with me some things, but why was this important to you? What does this mean to you?
For me, I want to be able to gain all the skills and know, and then also be able to like pass it down as well. And I'm a very like big brother, family orientated and leader type of like soul, and so I don't feel right if I don't have the people that I you know like switch clothes back and forth with, or like I have to like share things with, are not able to get the skills that I get. So if I'm able to teach them how to fish, then we can all be eating nicely. But first I have to like be at the front end and learn all that I can, take the punches that I can, so I can tell people that like, okay, you should not take that left over there, and you can go this way. But also leading by example. And this is how I can do it, by like just learning and just being a sponge and just learning as much as I can, even if I like my know-it-all self can like get in the head ahead of me. I always want to like learn everything that like I'm passionate about, because there's not like one day that I think that like I know everything about whatever I'm doing, even though I could be very like versed in it. I think everything is always updating, and that's the only way to live forever, is to always update yourself. So this is an unreal opportunity for me to just like be a part of this and learn.
Oh, congratulations. I'm going to show some comments to you. People are sharing in the chat.
Thank you.
They're saying congratulations to you. So for
Thank
me,
you.
congratulate you. Yeah, I was, Andrew, like you said, he didn't know. So
I was so surprised
that we got to see your face. And Fareed, I must say that you just confirmed the reason why I'm giving you the scholarship. The fact that you said that you want to pass this down to others, that is so important. We shouldn't just keep knowledge to ourselves. We should share it with others. And that just makes me feel so good, because I'm like, yes, he's going to pass this on, and everybody can be great and learn. So I'm excited to work with you.
I'm very excited and pumped. So I can't wait. I'm honestly, I'm so shocked. Like I just came from work. I was like, okay, let me like get ready for this finalist, cheer them on. So I was so just not even, but I'm like so excited, and like now I need to get ready, like I need to like prep and like, see how the new year is about to just like come for me and all this. But I'm ready to get to work. I'm ready to get after it. I'm ready to really like do as much as I can.
I want to say the fact that you said you were ready to cheer the finalists on, that just shows what type of sportsman you are. So that just confirms even more. Amazing.
Yes.
Well, with that said, we are going to wrap up this evening. When we wrap up, the two of you stay right there. But Andrea, do you have like 2 or 3 quick tips you want to share with, Fareed or anyone else entering the industry that they should think about?
Absolutely. I would definitely say to make sure that you put your hands on everything within the industry and see what you like, see what you're good at, see what you don't like as well too. So many times get like one track minded, and let's say someone's like, oh, I'm tall, I'm 5'11", and I want to be a runway model. That's all they kind of think about sometimes, right? But not thinking about like, oh, let me try print work. Let me, try makeup artistry. Let me try hair. Because a lot of things in the industry tie in together. And to have longevity in the industry and be in the industry for a long time, touch other things that kind of, are different, but then go together at the same time. So just with the modeling side, I also have a background in news, in television. And so I feel like it all ties together, and it keeps you working too. That's another thing. Keeps you working in this industry. That's important as well. So you're doing, what you love at the end of the day.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations, Fareed. And with that said, have a good night, everyone, and you two stay right there.
Have a lovely night, y'all. Thank you so much.
Don't move, Fareed. Stay right there.